All right, there we go. Thank you guys for telling me. Whoa, why do I hear myself? Okay, that's TikTok. All right, there we go. All right, yo, what's good, Jax? Welcome to the live. What's good, Sydney? What's good, BA? What's good, Matt? Wait, Matthew Warlock. Oh, you got like kind of the Warlock and the W for Matthew like merged there. It's cool. It's good, Wiley. Andy. I don't know if I said hi to Andy already. MS Skywalker. Zeb the King. Brett. Sonic Army is a good choice. I love this music. I used it in my most recent video. I hadn't heard this song in a while, man. All right, so chat, we got we got some leaks today, bro. Some leaks. All right. Excited for the Cynical Pod? Oh yeah. So I've been telling people in the background that I'm going to upload it either on Sunday or Tuesday, and I knew, knowing me, it will lean heavy. It will lean towards the Tuesday side of things. Also, I've been so behind on sleep, chat, like this past week. Like, I told you guys in some of the after hour streams, and I did a couple of after hour streams that I probably shouldn't have done. That's why I didn't push it the last couple of days. I knew I would have made the sleep thing a little worse. But, you know, let's get into the leak stuff first. Because that's what people are coming here for. I know a lot of people are going to watch this VOD. I don't know if I'm going to make a video on this or not. We'll see. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give it probably a day, or I don't know. We'll see how I feel. See how interesting the discussion is. If the discussion isn't super interesting, then we'll keep going. But I do think it's going to be interesting because these leaks are... I don't know about them. So I waited a day. I purposely waited a day just to see how much these leaks would spread. The fact that Andy came to the stream was just like straight up leaks are fake, bro. Like, people already know what's going on here, right? We got some people in chat saying, yo, hype to leaks. Yes, leaks. Sydney saying, yes, leaks. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now, is my chatbot working? Hold on. I can't tell. 1 second. I don't think chat's popping up on my stream. Is it? No, I don't see it. What the heck? Let's do that. There we go. All right. So we're delaying things a little bit. I don't think these are real. If you came here to understand my opinions, I've said this about most leaks. I don't really believe them. I don't really believe these leaks. I always take it with a grain of salt, but admittedly, during a drought, it does make an interesting discussion point, and we're going to be using that excuse until we get a trailer, bro. Like, Square, drop a trailer, dog. How many fake leak or how many leak like rounds can we do? This is like the what, fourth one, fifth one? You got in 2023 or 2024. You had the Midori leaks. Right? You have the Fortnite leaks. You have the movie rumors, the TV show rumors. Now we have this again. We had Fortnite leaks 3 different times. How many leak cycles are we going to go through before they actually just say something? Before they actually just come out and say something? Now, you know, leaks, very harmful to companies, employees. It can be a very, very harmful thing, especially for investors. Mostly for investors, to be honest. Leaks like this that aren't actually showing any pictures or anything, they're kind of like, whatever. My uncle said this. My uncle works at Square Enix type of behavior, right? Oh, I realize why it's not showing. Hold on. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb. I realize now why my chat isn't showing. I had my webcam layer above the chat layer. There we go. On OBS. All right, that should be a little better. You guys can't even read the chat like that, but I don't know. Maybe it looks fine. tell me your thoughts, bro. All right, so yeah, like how many leak cycles are we gonna go through, bro? How many? Like, yeah, the community. Maybe people. You could say people shouldn't be talking. Maybe you should say people should know if fake leaks are fake leaks. I mean, I think 90% of the people posting know these leaks probably are fake, but they want an excuse to talk about Kingdom Hearts. can't blame him for that. I can't blame him for that, bro. It's been 4 years. It's been years. What's good, Tums Dragon? Kyrie. 777 hearts. I don't know why I said your. I needed to say hearts for your name. I'm reading out the whole numbers in the username. Like that's extra. What's good, Crisis King? What's good, Star PX Ant? Infernate Ninja. Please have Turning Red in Kingdom Hearts 4. I don't think Turning Red is making it. I think it's a little niche. Like it's not. I mean, it's bigger. I'm sure it's bigger than some Kingdom Hearts games, but I just think Turning Red isn't a. That wouldn't be in the first ballot. It's not a first ballot world pick. It's like second, third, maybe a non-number title. Like, you can just call me 7. I need to just call you 7, bro. I'm being so extra. Like 777 hearts. Yeah, Turning Red isn't popular enough. Yeah, not to say unpopular worlds can't get in. But I think there's a time and place for them to be in. We only accept screenshots only. Speaking of screenshots. All right. So I skimmed through some of these last night. Like I didn't like hard read them. Like I read a couple of things in here that were like I read most of this, but I didn't analyze it last night. I just kind of like let's chill. You know, funny enough, I found out about this leak. Some random person on Twitter on my For You page just was talking about Kingdom Hearts leaks. The tweet didn't even have that much buzz. It had like 7 likes at the time, and I'm like, leaks? What leaks? And you know me, I'm like, what type of leaks we talking about? We talking images? We talking trailers? We talking like what are we talking about here? And yeah, they posted. It's always reset era. Every single time, the leaks are always reset era. It's like what? Where's the Reddit leakers? There's no Reddit leakers for Kingdom Hearts. All the Kingdom Hearts leakers are like reset era. Or they're on some like, I don't know. They're on some random forum site, bro. Like the most random forum site. I only know about reset era because of Kingdom Hearts. No other reason. Like, it's crazy. All right, let's read this though. We're taking a little long. All right, so this poster is funny, man. Like if they post this just for entertainment, someone doing a bit. Bravo, because it's an entertaining post. So, breaking the... Let me zoom in. Can you guys read it fine? Or, like, do I need to zoom in a little more? Like, is it good on your screen? Oh. Let's do 150. Sure. I lost it. I lost a leak. I lost a leak zooming in. There we go. All right. I can read it? Sweet. All right. So, this person, Valcade, posted this. Breaking the silence because Square doesn't know when they will. Okay. All the information I'm providing here was provided to me on behalf of a former colleague who I am very close with outside of work. This person has lived in Japan since early 2019 and began work at Square Enix's Osaka headquarters in early 2020, right before the pandemic. Okay. Now, I'm not going to lie. This right here, like, I think a fan or a leaker could say this, but it's, I don't know why to me. Maybe I'm tripping here. A lot of this leak, it almost feels like I'm reading AI sometimes. You know, like it almost feels like I'm reading AI, and then they like purposely put in like words. I don't know. They purposely misspelled some words or like did certain abbreviations to make it not be AI or make it not look as close to AI would. But hey, all right. So let me restart. All the information I'm providing here was provided to me on behalf of a former colleague who I'm very close with outside of work. This person has lived in Japan since 2019 and began work at Square Enix's Osaka headquarters in early 2020, right before the pandemic. KH4 was originally planned to release in 2026, but was delayed to Q3 of 2027 back in summer of 2025 to ensure its quality. I mean, that sounds perfectly believable to me. I do believe Kingdom Hearts 4 was planned to release, like, by now. I seriously doubt they revealed KH4. Okay, because if the developers revealed KH4 and they knew it was going to take that long, I don't think they would have revealed it. I genuinely don't think they would have. Even for the anniversary. Maybe they would have alluded to it. Maybe they would have dropped the artwork. Maybe they would have teased KH4 Sword Design. I don't think we would have gotten the trailer if they knew it was going to take this long. I think most people back then were on the right track, thinking KH4 based off of like the fact that they even revealed it, thought 2025, 2026 was the release area for KH4. And I think that made perfect sense at the time. Now, we look dumb now. Now we're thinking 2027, 2028. Personally, I'm still leaning towards 2028. I'm leaning towards 2028, but I think earliest after summer, anytime after summer, like after August of 2027. So quarter 3, quarter 4, yeah. As it stands right now, let me put, so you guys can kind of follow along easier. Let me put mouse capture on, my bad. All right. As it stands right now, KH4's development is going very well following the delay and is progressing smoothly according to his new schedule. However, Square is currently unsure when they'll reveal the next trailer. The marketing department is currently deciding between D23 or Tokyo Game Show, with the Game Awards being considered, TGA being considered, if they cannot secure either of the other two events. So to me, man, I don't know. I feel like, all right. I'm gonna be real here. I did cross-reference this with someone who I do know, who has met someone I've also met, who does know people in the industry. I don't think on a leak level though. Take it as you will, but because I also, admittedly, like, I know them, they're chill, but I also take everything with a grain of salt. Like, no matter what, take everything with a grain of salt. And even if the person, this person does for a fact know people at Square. Why would Square like not know where they're marketing the game at? Like, why would Square not, like, if they are even considering a reveal, especially this close in? Like, think about when this was posted. This was posted yesterday, or this was posted like yesterday, day before yesterday, right? Why at this point, when D23, Tokyo Game Show, when both of those events are so close, why would it be a toss-up? Why would they not know? So like that's very weird. Is that not a red flag a little bit, chat? Like, tell me what you think. Why would they not know at this point? Because it's about to be June. Like, we're close to June. D23 and Tokyo Game Show are like August, September, right? Or maybe D23, I don't know when D23 is this year. Maybe July. I don't know. It's somewhere in that time range. Like, that's definitely a red flag. Why would they not know? Why would they not know when they're like this close in? Why would they not know when they're going to start marketing if they are considering it for this year? Plus, Nomura already came out and was like, we're looking forward to the 25th anniversary. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, I imagine that's the next time we'll see Kingdom Hearts 4, see Kingdom Hearts. That's the, he wanna, if Nomura, okay, if Nomura, I don't think Nomura would have said that in that artwork either. Because if they were just going to end up revealing something anyways during summer, like, I don't think Nomura would have said that. At least that's how I take it. I don't think he would have said we're working towards the 25th anniversary if they were going to reveal something in summer. Because then why not just, you know, even though the community would have complained, even though we would have like cried and moaned, why not just, you know, hold your eggs close to you, close to your chest, and just wait till summer if you know you're going to advertise somewhere like during this time period. I don't know. This is the same rigmarole of events that we've been through like every year now. D23, Tokyo Game Show, Summer Games Fest, TGA. Like, we've been through it, and like I'm content with looking forward to the 25th anniversary. That's where I'm at. What's the source? Trust me, bro. It's a Reset Era post. So it got, when someone posts a leak on Reset Era, there's like, it's a toss-up. It's 50-50 true, 50-50 not true. All right, let's keep going, though. Takashi Kiryu decided to focus Kingdom Hearts hard internally in early 2025, providing the team with even more manpower. Canceling Missing Link and getting the franchise away from mobile titles was something he believed was necessary to bring KH forward to the current generation of gaming and stabilize the series' release schedule. Now, hydrate. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Hold up. I appreciate that. Good looks. All right. So, this right here, I don't think a leak has to tell us something like this, but For some people, yeah. Some people are like some super fans, and I'm one of them. But a different category of super fans who are like super. A lot of us were looking forward to Missing Link. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of us were looking forward to Missing Link, but I agree with this. Like, okay, whether this was a leak or not, whether this was personal opinion or a leak, I agree with this. I do think Missing Link's cancellation, whenever people say Missing Link's cancellation might be a good thing, it's because of this. I do think that Kingdom Hearts going forward doesn't need mobile games. It doesn't need mobile games diluting its lore or separating it, blah, blah, blah. Like, we don't need all that, man. Like, Strelitzia's in the first Kingdom Hearts trailer and no one knows anything about her. That's a problem to me a little bit. Now, it's a problem they could make not as big of one, because I think more people are buying KH4 because it's KH4 instead of just Strelitzia, right? But it's just something that I wish people could be on the same page with the story. And we've had this conversation with mobile games for a while. Like, we really desperately need people to be on the same page with the story for Kingdom Hearts. Can you guys name, guys, chat, I'm gonna do a little test right quick. I'm gonna make chat like super big for this. So everyone in chat right now, listening in on the stream, I appreciate you guys coming out. But I want you guys to tell me, when was the last time every Kingdom Hearts fan has been on the same page with the story? Tell me. Well, when was it? When do you think most fans were on the same page with the story last? Never. KH3. I think KH3 is like possible, but I kind of don't even think that. Like, think about how many people came out and said they skipped over X amount of games to play KH3. How many reviewers came out and were like, yo, I skipped over KH3, or I skipped over like these other non-numbered filler games, right? Side games, side projects. Like, think about how many people had that. So like, I think there's a lot more people than you think that probably did not play every game before 3. They were confused on some story elements going into 3. Honestly, probably 2. I think 2 might have been. And even 2, arguably with 2, most people skipped over Chain of Memories. I'd argue the last time people have been on the same page with KH Story was KH1. So yeah, never. Probably never. But I think that's the issue a little bit. You know what I mean? Now, it's fun to have more story to discover, because I often talk about how Kingdom Hearts, and I know we're rambling, we gotta read the leaks more, but I often talk about Kingdom Hearts, how Kingdom Hearts kind of has much wider scope than a lot of other gaming franchises. Not only because of its continuous story. Well, yeah, that's mostly it, but the way it builds its universe. You know what I mean? So you have 3 separate arcs in Kingdom Hearts. You have the Key Saga, you have the Lost Master Saga coming up, you have the Dark Seekers, I don't know why, that's the one I blanked on. Dark Seeker Saga, right? And all of that is like well over a dozen games. It's a lot of games. So, it's all of them being connected. There's so much, like, it's fun to be able to dip in and out of each game and kind of like learn. Hey, you want to follow an Aqua story, play 0.2. You want a story that has more, gives you more lore about Ventus and Marluxia, play Union Cross. You want a story fully about Sora, 1, 2, and 3. You want to have a story that focuses heavily on Riku and finishes his arc, his character development, his story, play Dream Drop Distance. You know, you want a little side story about like Jiminy's journal, what's going on with that. Nominee, you want a little side story about Nominee, have Recoded. Like, you want to learn more about Roxas. Yeah, like, it's kind of similar to Star Wars. You can kind of like, you can dip in and out of a lot of these stories, and there's a lot to explore, but all of it's important. And like that's the fun of Kingdom Hearts lore. But it's also like, man, it's something that's always been kind of gatekeepy about it. You know what I mean? Always. All right. And yo, Mco, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. All right, let's continue this though. The Disney Worlds are much more expansive than any other game before. KH4 Worlds, you're telling me KH4 Worlds are bigger than KH3 worlds? Whoa. Chat, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Tell me something I don't know. You're telling me, hold on, wait, chat. The Disney worlds are much more expansive than any other game before. Now, okay, to not be too annoying, man. This is something any developer and any person would say, like advertising the game. Anyone advertising the game would say this. Like, yeah, it's like reassurance. Like, hey, if you thought for some reason the worlds were going to be smaller, they won't be. Like, any developers want to say that. Anyways, focusing heavily on cinematic spectacle and exploration even more than KH3, Quadratum is where a Quadratum is where a large portion of the game's story is spent and is bigger than all of the Disney worlds. That is something I do hope for. I really, really, really want Quadratum to be I want it to be the first true hub world in Kingdom Hearts since Traverse Town. I really want Quadratum to feel crazy, to feel insane. Yeah, I appreciate the likes on the live stream. Thank you guys who are supporting me on TikTok. Disney and KH Original, as full as they currently are, is what has been taking up a large chunk of the development and what the majority of manpower has been going towards. Yeah, I mean, this is typical for Kingdom Hearts. I've talked about how Kingdom Hearts in the modern day is a harder game to develop, because imagine having to, so not only, you're not just making a game from point A to point B. Like with Kingdom Hearts, you're trying your best to kind of make mini games in every world you go into. Like this is a sense you get in KH3 especially, right? Now I know some people don't like KH3's Disney worlds, but those of us who like KH3, yeah, like it's definitely like this. KH3's Disney worlds were like the world almost felt like it could be its own game sometimes. Not in terms of length, but in terms of just like the effort they put into it, you know? Like you had Big Hero 6, they made an entire city just for Big Hero 6. For worlds like Pirates of the Caribbean, especially that world, like you have all these mechanics with the boats, with the underwater combat, exploring all these separate islands, all in one open world, by the way. It's insane. Like a lot of these Disney worlds, the art style, the outfit changes, like these games, like it's not only important that they make a good Kingdom Hearts game, but in the modern day, it's also important that they represent the Disney property to the best of their ability. And KH3 did that the best out of any game. It did. Like, it represented those Disney properties the best, at least in terms of art style. You can debate story and whatnot, but in terms of art style and world design, it did it the best. Genuinely did it the best. I think it's only, if it is second, it'd only be second to something like KH1. All right, let's get through this more. Disney approved Square's usage of their other properties such as Marvel and Star Wars within Kingdom Hearts years ago. This is what Nomura was referring to at the Second Breath concert back in 2023. This I don't really believe. I feel kind of weird about this. Cause hold on, let me pull this up right quick. So my friend Low-Key Matt, and fellow creator, he pointed something out that I think is worth discussing. So let's go to Matt's. So Matt said, this leak is smelly. Firstly, this leak is smelly, it's crazy. Firstly, the inclusion of Marvel and Star Wars was what Nomura was talking about that caused a delay in 2022. And they said 2023 in this leak. Or like they brought it up in 2023. But Star Wars was already in the first trailer in 2022. It wasn't stated that it was that, but come on, it was approved after it was in the trailer. Now, that's something to like think about. But I will add, I'm gonna give some it's gonna happen rarely in this. I'm gonna give a little bit to the leaker here. What could make this track is that you guys remember Nomura's reaction to that like area. Nomura thought it was just Nomura thought it was he never saw that. He didn't know it was something in the game. So it's possible that somebody like we all like Nomura was acting like it was Unreal Engine like test footage or whatever. It's possible they were like kind of sampling it and they put in like to kind of pitch the idea, because a lot of the times when you're pitching ideas to companies, it's important to have like a mock-up, or to have like, if you're presenting any sort of project, to have something to show, right? Concepts. It's possible that what we got a glimpse of on accident in that trailer, because it was so early in development, was a early concept that they were meant to show just, Disney a concept of the Star Wars world before it got approved. I think that's fully possible. But it also makes me think, like, if that is the case, I don't know if they get them getting the approval only after the fact to show that in the trailer would be very, that's weird. It's a little weird. It's a little weird regardless. All right, let me change the music up. I don't think Star Wars really fits the fantasy vibe of KH in my opinion. I think it does. I think it heavily does. I love Kingdom Hearts, and I love Star Wars. So I think that would go crazy. This is fake. I mean, probably. I 100% think this is fake. The build system, as well as the chain of bonding system the keychain Sora uses in the reveal trailer, faced a massive internal overhaul after a large batch of new staff were brought on in 2023. Chain of bondings is crazy. It's now greatly expanded from what was originally planned to be, going far beyond anything previous entries have done with their combat. We'll see about that. I am very interested in the build system. Keyblade switching will return with extremely versatile combo potential. Reaction commands have been modified to work in tandem with Keyblade switching and were designed to feel like a direct evolution of what reaction commands were in KH2. Critical mode and data bosses are planned to be included at launch, but have yet to be fully implemented in the current build. I don't believe this! This is fake. This is fake, bro. No way. I don't believe it. I've been with Kingdom Hearts too long, bro. I don't believe it. Data bosses in the base game, is a big L, bro. That's not happening. That's not happening, bro. Chat, we are not. There's no data bosses are happening in any base KH game. I don't believe it. Now, if Square does it, cool. I don't believe it. That's not happening, bro. Critical mode, hopefully, but I feel like they're way past that. Like, critical mode gotta be in base game, bro. But data bosses, nah. They ain't doing no data bosses in base game. You know they focusing on the story. They're not working on no post DLC. They're not working on that nonsense, bro. That's not happening, man. Yo, what the heck? I just checked the viewer count. I have 100 viewers. Y'all really like them leaks, don't y'all? That's crazy. All right. That's insane. No data bosses. No data bosses are happening in base game. Alright, so active party member switching was being considered but ended up getting scrapped. I don't know what they fully mean by that. Like, are they talking about the active, like switching active party members like in KH2? That's weird because KH3 had all party members. I don't know if they're like, do they need active, like, do they need that in the modern day? Was there desktop background? Oh, I don't know, it's a Dragon Ball background. I could show it. I don't care. Hold on. This is my desktop background. I love this. This is so good. I've had this for a while. It's on Wallpaper Engine. Is it Sonic music? Oh yeah. Yes it is. Alright. Many portions of the story not focusing specifically on Sora have been rearranged and cut. Riku is much more involved in the plot than originally planned, and he has multiple long stretches of playable segments. Final Fantasy characters do return. Oh wait, hold on. Wait, I glossed over that part a little too fast. The reason I glossed over is because I don't know. I don't know about it. But We did get the Mickey screenshots. I said when we got the Mickey screenshots back in the day, right, that this did more for me information-wise, not hype-wise, but information-wise than the KH4 trailer did because of playable Mickey. Them having playable Mickey in a segment that does not seem like it's going to be 3 minutes, right? I don't think it's going to be a 3-minute one fight situation like in KH3. I think they learned their lesson from that. It looks like a whole platforming segment. That's what it looks like. You see like little objects and stuff in the background and everything. It looks like that. I think it makes sense for Riku to be playable, but I don't think what this post says later, I don't believe. Because I agree that other characters will probably be playable in KH4, but I think because it's a number title, and maybe they're taking the risk here. They might be taking the risk, and it might be a risk that pays off, because I think developers, based off of KH3, it is possible that they realized, okay, that people like these characters even more than they thought. We love Sora, but among the 10 million Sora fans, like let's say there's 10 million KH fans, right? Out of the let's say 7 million Sora fans, 3 million of those fans really want to have like Aqua, Riku, and otherwise playable. That theoretically, that's 30% of the fan base. That's considerable. So I can see them. Yeah, this really does feel like a wish list. Like I said this into a friend in DMs. Like this really feels like a wish list. Like a lot of this feels too good to be true, and we want KH4 to be too good to be true. We want it to be true. we want it to be true, but we want the game to be real. But I don't know. There's a certain amount of okay. Again, if you weren't here in the beginning of the stream, I think this leak is fake. But just talking about it, playable Riku. I really do think Sora is going to be the main playable. Like, if Sora's playable for less than 70% of the game, that'd be a surprise to me. Like, I think even 30% playable other characters is a lot for Kingdom Hearts. Like, you're telling me we're gonna have multiple hours playing as other characters? I don't know about that one, man. I just don't know. Especially for a non-tutorial type segment, but we'll see. We'll see. Because, I mean, leak or not, outside of the leak, right? This is a conversation that to bring up outside of this, which is, you know what, why we talk, why these leaks makes interesting discussions sometimes. Like, that's something we've talked about playable characters before. We've talked about like that pot. We talked about that before KH3. We talked about how many playable characters KH3 would have, and now we're having those same combos for 4. So it's like, I don't know, I hope so. I hope so, man. Final Fantasy characters do return. I mean, I believe that they they saw the reaction to Remind, bro. Okay, like I believe that. Not because of the leak, but I believe, like, if you told me Final Fantasy characters are coming back in 4, I'd believe you. But I also would say, if, funny enough, I think KH4 is a Dream Drop distance situation where they could get away with not having Final Fantasy characters. Maybe. Tell me what you guys think about that. Because do you guys think people weren't on Dream Drops, like, but for that because it was Dream Drop, because it was a 3DS title? Or do you think do you genuinely think 2E characters compensated for lack of Final Fantasy? Because I feel like I kind of don't feel like a lot of people knew about 2E going into Dream Drop, especially Kingdom Hearts fans. But you know, this was different. So you feel like even if 4, the reason I say 4 could kind of get away with it, at least more than 3 did, is because of Yozora, because of the Versus 13 elements, because of Quadratum. Like, I think if KH4 didn't have Final Fantasy, it might suck. It would suck. But part of me wants to believe it wouldn't take away. It wouldn't take away from the narrative, or it wouldn't take away from anything as much as maybe it did for 3 for some people. Genuinely, because while you don't have cameos, you have the aesthetic full scale, probably more than any Cage game will ever have it for a while, or more than any Cage game since 1, right? I don't think people cared in general just because it was a side tile. 3 was the next big main line. So I imagine, wait, I gotta pull up chat more. So I imagine there was the expectation of having those FF characters being prominent like in 1 and 2. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that for sure. All right. So moving on. Very similar to, but they have modernized designs, similar to the Cydia Duelim's designs. That is cap. Because what this would imply is that we got like Quadratum characters or something. We got like Quadratum FF characters going on. That'd be weird to me. That'd be so weird to me. But maybe it is. I don't know. I don't believe that. I honestly don't. I don't believe that. Missing Link's cancellation was something that was being considered as early as late 2024, causing Nomura and the writing team to evaluate what elements from Missing Link's story would be most important to include in KH4. Many of Missing Link's key story elements will be presented through playable segments with Mickey, Ventus, Kairi, and 2 characters new to the series. Nah. No. This would be hype if it happened. No. Mickey, Ventus, Kairi? Chat. W's in the chat if you believe this, L's if you don't. And 2 other characters? Look at this, hold on. Mickey, Ventus, Kairi, and 2 characters new to the series. Now take the playable, them being playable part. Maybe it's a boss or a one-off fight, but they said Missing Link's key story elements will be presented through playable segments with these characters. Now, the only thing about this is like, somebody aside from Sora, Riku, and Mickey has to progress the Realm of Light story. And I guess among those candidates, Kairi is the main pick. Because someone has to progress the storyline going on in the Realm of Light. Someone has to progress the story with the foretellers, with the union leaders, all that stuff. But that is 2 characters new to the series, excuse me? Whatever. I don't believe it. Cap. Don't believe it till you see it. I want to believe. L. Yeah. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. KH4 was originally planned to have an online system. I don't believe that. That in a way, they literally in KH3, early interviews for KH3 talked about like online systems and stuff too. That in a way would have acted as a companion to Missing Link, allowing players to unlock special items such as summons, build-a-gears, and keyblades by linking their Missing Link account and completing certain objectives within Missing Link. A multiplayer aspect to this system was also planned. Excuse me. After Missing Link's cancellation, this online system was heavily reworked to not include any reference to Missing Link and almost acts as an entirely separate experience to KH4's main story. I don't think KH4 has any online elements, bro. I don't think it does. I mean, like, what's the end goal of KH4 having like any sort of online like stuff? Because it'd be innovative for KH, and I think that'd be cool. I want Kingdom Hearts really badly to have online, but just I don't think it actually does anything for Kingdom Hearts. Like I don't think it does anything for the story in the modern day. I think what does do something for Kingdom Hearts isn't KH4 needing online, but if KH had a live service game that wasn't exclusive to mobile. Like, we had a PC, Xbox, we had a multi-platform live service game in the vein of, like, a 14, in the vein of, like, Mirage Arena, even, would be cool. But, I don't know. I mean, this is the dangerous part about, like, leak stuff. Like, I'm thinking, I guess, if you do want to talk online, most Kingdom Hearts games there are more Kingdom Hearts games, believe it or not, that have multiplayer than don't. They aren't number titles though. But Regarding other titles within the series, there are currently 2 games besides KH4 that are in development. A fully animated HD recap movie Union Cross / Dark Road's mobile titles in the same vein as back cover was planned to release in Q1 2027. That'd be cool. It was ultimately decided that it will be bundled with KH4 to ensure that players know the necessary lore that will be vital for understanding KH4's story. Bro, that'd be a bad idea. Maybe it'd sell more. You know what? I mean, I guess maybe it would sell more if it was bundled, but from my perspective, people buying KH4 want to play KH4, bro. Look, if they bundle in Union Cross Dark Road story, if they bundle in like a cinematic with KH4, like they bundle it, like I don't know if they mean in the game or if they mean like hey, you know, buy KH4 and get this game on this movie on the side. Well, I guess, you know, if it's just a movie, then I guess it would have to be bundled with it, right? Theoretically, if it's just a movie, it probably would have to be bundled. Because imagine paying like $10 on your console for a movie. That'd be weird. I mean, I've done it in the past, but like that'd be weird for Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, they wouldn't. You're right. They wouldn't sell it on its own. So that's fair. That is fair. To me, I guess it's just like, I don't know. People who buy KH4 want to buy KH4. I don't think that would work as well as they think it would. Because look at it like this. If KH4 comes out at the same time as Union Cross and Dark Road, you know what? Actually, no, that's not too different from what I've been pitching myself. That is not too different from what I've been pitching myself when I think about it. What I've been pitching, chat, for like past year, 2 years, I think, is I think they use KH4's hype to build interest in Dark Road and Union Cross, because there's not any interest unless you already played the series. The people who are going to buy a Union Cross and Dark Road movie right now already have every game in the franchise. So that's their dedicated audience. For new people, for those casual fans, I have been pitching that use Strelitzia, use the Master, with all this Key Saga stuff going on in KH4, use that to build interest. Make them as interesting, as cool, or a farm, do whatever. Make them as amazing, as cool as possible. And then you market a movie or a game, preferably, around that after 4. So I guess maybe if they bundle that together, people after KH4 will be like, bro, who's the Strelitzia girl? And they'll go watch Union Cross Dark Road. It's not a bad idea, but I don't know. I still just, too good to be true. You know what I mean? Still feels that way. I mean, if they are prepping for this big giant launch, then sure. There are also extra cutscenes that include lore originally meant to be revealed in Missing Link. A side game focused on bro. Why does this leak have so much? How much that is in this leak is crazy to me. A side game focused on Kairi is in very early development and will run parallel to KH4 story. But didn't you say earlier Kairi was going to have a playable segment? Do you believe this, gang? Not really. Like, they literally said earlier, a side game focused on Kairi is in early development and will run parallel to KH4 story. And literally earlier here, they said Missing Link's key story elements will be presented through playable segments with Mickey, Ventus, Kairi, and 2 other characters. That's weird. Why is the leak acting like switching party members wasn't a feature in KH2? They don't explicitly say it's a new feature, but they sure as hell don't make a bigger deal out of it than it is. I mean, okay, aside from that, Sora, why do they need active party switching in the modern day for Kingdom Hearts? A full remake of KH1 and Days was being considered for a time, but Nomura decided to put both on the back burner in order to push the KH franchise forward into the Lost Masters arc at full speed. Okay, I believe this for one reason. Maybe not the Days one, but I believe KH1 Days. I haven't heard anyone say anything about a Days remake personally. A KH1 remake, whether you think it's going to happen, whether you want it or not, I 100% believe a KH1 remake will happen eventually. It's a matter of when, not if. And I also think a Cage 1 remake was never considered. Ian, I want you to think about this, right? Now, screw this guy, whoever this person, whoever leaked this, whatever to them. I don't know, like, whatever their sources are. We don't know them. They're not saying what their sources are. But well, he says a friend of, yeah, whatever. But think about it like this, Ian. A Cage 1 remake. Why would they not consider it? Kingdom Hearts 1 is one of Square Enix's highest selling games ever. It is like one of their highest selling games aside from FF10 on the PS2, aside from FF10, FF12 on the PS2. Like, it is up there. Kingdom Hearts 1 is one of the highest selling PS2 games of all time. Why would they not consider a Cage 1 remake? It's going to happen eventually. I don't think it'll have Deep Jungle in it, though. But we'll see. Sora, Riku, and Kairi. God, okay, we're almost done. Sora, Riku, and Kairi are planning to come to Fortnite as skins. Yeah, that's cool. It was originally going to be released at the end of 2026, but was pushed back to be closer to KH4's Quarter 3 2027 release. FF7 Remake is also planned to have a Fortnite collab with skins in a limited time game mode in Quarter 1 of 2027. I believe that only because of but anyone could guess something like that, bro. Like, if you just think like a little deeper, anyone could guess something like that, because we'll see if this happens though. Like, FF7's 30th is next year, so like, why not try to do a Fortnite collab for FF7's 30th? I could fully believe for part 3 they try to do some Fortnite skins. That, sure, that's believable. But that's the thing with leaks, they have to make it sound as believable as possible. Nomura and the team are very aware of the doom and gloom mindset that's been going around within the community for a long time. Nomura originally wanted to release a second batch of screenshots for the recent anniversary, but multiple other team members advised that it would be in bad taste towards the fans. Yeah. Yeah, it would. Yo, Melanort! Does my TTS?
At Melanort13 donated $10. Nomura told me personally that the leaks are real and that Prodigy is in the game.
Hey, bro. Yo, I'll be in KH4. Shoot. Maybe that's why I'm so hush-hush about it, chat. Yeah, I'm totally hush-hush about KH4. But I don't know, man. Maybe I am in it. I appreciate the $10 dono, though, Melano. I really appreciate that. Thank you. What else were we looking? Oh, yeah, but I perfectly believe that, like, you're telling me FF7 is going to have a Fortnite skin to celebrate 30 years of the game existing? To be honest, though, with Fortnite skins, you can make any leak about Fortnite skins coming, and it's like 50% believable. Honestly, like 70% believable, because it's Fortnite. Like, I genuinely don't think there are skins Fortnite can't get. There is not a single franchise on this planet that I think Fortnite can't get skins out of. I don't think it exists. I really don't think it exists. Except Nintendo? Okay. Maybe Nintendo. But, hey. I think even one day, that thing will be crossed. I think one day, we may even see Nintendo skins, or Nintendo something. But, who knows? Alright. They're aware of the doom and gloom. Nomura wanting to release a second batch of screenshots for the recent anniversary is very funny. Because I kind of do believe Nomura would do something like that. I actually do. I believe Nomura would do something like that, because I think Nomura's probably thinking, oh man, well, let's give him more screenshots. Maybe that'll make him happy. But the screenshots will do more harm than good, bro. They will do more harm than good. Nah, I don't believe it. All right. Once the next trailer is revealed later this year, I don't think we're getting a trailer this year. Bits of information are planned to be revealed much more consistently across multiple events. The 25th anniversary event is where the Union Cross/Dark World remake movie is supposed to be revealed. Nintendo Switch 2 native ports will be revealed here as well. I'm not gonna lie, man, that's okay, I guess. I guess, okay, if they're implying that later this year we're getting a KH4 trailer, which I don't believe, And then they're saying for the 25th, Dark Road, Unicross Dark Road, and Nintendo Switch 2 ports. I guess that doesn't mean we won't get another trailer at the 25th, but, bro, I don't know. I don't know about all that. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think we're getting a trailer this year. I think we're not getting anything till the 25th. I think the 25th, just drop all your eggs in one area, personally. Just dump everything there. Maybe if you do want to show something this year, I think the earliest they should is Tokyo, or I said Tokyo Game Show. I mean, not sure, but I'd say the Game Awards. And the reason I say the Game Awards is because most eyes on a reveal. And then you could like inch people towards the 25th anniversary event. Be like, cause the Game Awards being in December, March not being that far away from December. Hey, we showed a big trailer at TGA. And then you have a big moment there, and in 3 months, hey, we'll have even more information. I think that's fine. TLDR, KH4 is going very well following a delay in 2025, aiming for a Q3 2027 release. Unicross Dark Road will get an HD recap movie bundled with KH4 with a Kyrie game early in development. Looking forward to a trailer this year. Nah. I don't believe it. All right, so chat. Overall with this leak, there was a lot of believable stuff in this leak. But here's the thing. That's every leak. A lot of leaks have believable things. There's a lot of stuff in here that sound way too good to be true. A lot of this sounds like a wish list. Like, I feel like if you put in ChatGPT, just any basic things fans would be excited for, would want, you might get some of this stuff. Kyrie game, Unicross Dark Road movie, like a KH4 trailer this year, bro. Like all the key things, key words to generate excitement. Now, I cross-referenced this with somebody who I obviously just won't name. I hate to be vague, hate to be that guy, chat. But, you know, I'm just going to mention it because I'm a yapper, right? So, there's a lot of conflicting things in here. But they said some things in here. They didn't hard, like, deconfirm everything in this. But they were like, okay, some of this stuff doesn't make sense to me. And some of this is things I haven't heard personally, right? They were telling me a KH1 remake was in development at one point, but they just canned that completely. So that part about KH1, I believe that. But I also, it's like, take this with a grain of salt, bro. Because, I don't know. Like, a KH1 remake being in development is not... It would be news. It would be big news. But, how do I word this? Sorry about that. That was my alarm. But how would I word this? A KH1 remake existing, like, hey, someone is thinking about remaking KH1. That's not a surprise because it's KH1, bro. Like, we want it. Well, I don't want it, but a lot of fans do, and a lot of people would, like, be down for that. I don't know when it will happen within the next 10 years, within the next 5 years. I do think a KH1 remake will eventually exist. You want it? You want a KH1 remake, Ricky? That's crazy. I don't want it yet. I want a KH1 remake when the story's done. Like when we're done with the Lost Master saga, that's when I want a KH1 remake personally. Kyrie game was the least believable thing from this troll leak. Yeah. All right, chat, let's rank it. What's the most believable thing in this leak? And what's the least believable thing? For me, the least believable part, like the absolute least believable part, not only the trailer, this year. I don't believe we're getting a trailer this year, but you know, those things can change like a lot, and those things have changed quite a bit. I really do not believe Ventus, Mickey. I mean, Mickey's confirmed. I really don't believe Ventus, Mickey, and Kyrie, and 2 other characters. So that's 5 different playable characters in one game plus Sora. So, hear me out, right? 5 playable characters. Wait, I'm sorry, I'm not good at camera angles. Wait, let's think about this. This leak said 7 playable characters. Ooh, 7, right? You have Sora, Riku, Mickey, Kairi, Ventus. Where am I getting 7 from? Wait, Sora, Riku, Mickey, Kairi, Ventus. Oh yeah, and then the two other playable characters. So this leak is claiming 7 characters are playable in the game, and Sora and Riku have long playable segments. Bro, you know the average Kingdom Hearts game is like 20 to 30 hours for the story for most people. 20 to 30. Most KH games, I do not remember a KH game going over 30 hours. Like I haven't, like, a Kingdom Hearts game for main story does not usually go over 30 hours. It doesn't. Usually does not. Maybe if you're doing absolutely like if you're trying to 100% the game along the way, sure, but that is ridiculous. 7 playable characters, that was the least believable thing to me. That was absolutely not believable. I don't believe that. Not that many. But who knows? Maybe for a boss fight. Because, like, how many did KH3 have? KH3 with Remind, by the way, had Sora, Riku, Aqua, Roxas, then Kairi. You had 5 in KH3. I guess they're only 2 off. But the thing is, I added 2 of those in Remind. Remind only added 2 other playable characters, and it was for a single fight. It wasn't even for a full-on segment. I don't know. We'll see. I would love that. Obviously, I would love it. I'd be so down for it. I'd be so down for it. But... and the craziest thing here... another thing about this leak that kind of, like, is odd to me. It's not just what they say. It's what they don't say, too. Because, okay, if you're a leaker... Now, maybe... I don't know a leaker... Leakers, that's a whole different community of people that, like, there are, like, codes and little, like, there's things you do and don't leak. Like, you would think if you're a leaker, I'm gonna just leak everything. No, leakers do have a little bit of a nuance with how they leak things. Some of them. Some people, the worst of leaks are the leakers, usually hackers, that just say, screw it, I'm dropping everything. Look at the GTA 5 leak, Wolverine leak. Those are the worst leakers. I guarantee there's probably hundreds of people, maybe even thousands, that probably have info, knew about, like, certain things in Wolverine, knew about certain things in X thing, Y thing, but they didn't say nothing because they know they're probably traceable. They'll get sued. They'll go to jail. Yada yada. You know what I mean? Now, these hackers, there's no moral code. they just dropping everything, bro. Like that guy that guy that stole the KH3 copies like out of warehouse. And, like, was selling Xbox KH3 copies on eBay. You know what's crazy? I know friends who bought some of those. I know multiple people who bought some of those. I mean, I get it. I ain't do it, but I get it because they're like, hey, you're telling me I could get KH3 now? Let me get that. But it's crazy. What they don't talk about here, the biggest thing, is Disney Worlds. I don't see anything about Disney. Yo, Ricky, thank you so much for the rose. I appreciate that. If someone who plays KH1 every day, I'd be down for a fresh take on it. I respect that. I mean, I guess for me, KH1 is just, I would like a fresh take on it, but KH1 is very, I guess I'm just too nostalgic, but that game, I don't know if a remake would hit the same, and it doesn't have to. It can just be a fresh take on it, like, you know, like you said. And I'd play it. I'd probably enjoy it too. But man, I just want I don't know. Like, it's something so close to the heart for me that, like, I'm scared of it being tainted. Like, I'm scared of any part of it being tainted, because that game lives in the 2000s. Like, Kingdom Hearts is a representation of 2000s media to me. KH1 and 2 especially, man. Playable Kairi seems the least believable to me. I mean, after Remind, maybe not least
Batsy
believable.
Kuhn donated $2. The only leaks he'd ever trust are market leaks.
Market leaks? What do you mean market leaks? And also, yo, Batsy Kuhn, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yo, chat, just saying, if you want to become a member, we got $1 memberships, bro. Our memberships are $1. $1. Oh, let me type in the YouTube chat for y'all. $1. And if you want to come over to Twitch, bro, come over to Twitch too. I don't mind. You know, we're live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. Live on all three. We've got a trifecta going. I don't know if there's a secret fourth platform I go live on. Okay. Let me finish what I was saying, though. I should be clipping these streams to make, if I do edit this, to make it easier, but I have not been clipping anything. So if I do end up editing this chat, this is going to be an annoying VOD to edit. So, why would a leaker not talk about Disney Worlds? I don't know. Like, maybe that's, like, a little too scary for him, but I feel like one of the go-to things to leak for Kingdom Hearts would be a Disney World. Why would you not talk about, Moana's possible, blah 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 is possible? Like, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know if this person is posting anything else, but if this is everything, that's weird. Like, where's the Disney World leaks, bro? Where's that at? Where's that on this post? Like, this leak feels too close to home. Like, it's specifically things that mostly hardcore fans would be down with. It's not worlds. It's about story stuff, playable characters. It's very vague too. It's about playable characters, missing links cancellation. Like, this leaker is like someone who resides on Twitter constantly, and I'm like, you know, we've had Twitter leakers before, but I don't know. This leak feels like it mostly appeals to the Twitter audience. Kingdom Hearts Online. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this leak feels like it appeals to Twitter. But it's posted on Reset Era. But this feels like a Twitter leak. Like Sora being in Smash Bros. Was leaked a month due to a marketing leak. Yeah, I mean, Sora in Smash was leaked a couple of times, but I also feel like half the leaks for Smash were guesses. Like, still, you know? Avatar full movie leak. 7 playable characters feels like a FF game. Yeah, like, if KH4 was some 40-50 hour game and then you told me there's 7 playable characters, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense. Give me a version give me a KH version of Suikoden with 108 playable characters to dream. Bro, that's crazy. All right, let's yap a little bit. I'm thinking about doing a rando, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of like, I don't know. What do y'all think? Chat, should we rando? Also, yo, Ricky, how is the, because I know you've been speedrunning KH1, like, quite a bit. How's that been going for you, bro? So I'm looking at my text messages, chat, just trying to make sure I ain't missing nothing. Yo, what's good, Blue King? What's poppin'? Oh, what the heck? Okay. All right. My bad, chat. Just looking at my phone. All right. So, a Kingdom Hearts world was leaked for a KH1 remake, and did we believe them? A world was leaked. I'm talking about the Jungle Book thing? Like them saying Jungle Book over Deep Jungle? That KH1 leak was so fake. And Jared was the... Shout out to Jared. Jared covered, like, both the leak when it was real or when it was theorized and when it was, like, and to prove it being fake. With those screenshots, bro. Make Kingdom Hearts an MMORPG, bring it. I'd love that. I'd absolutely love that. That'd be peak. All right. I feel us winding down right now, so I might actually do rando. What the heck? Hold on. KH1 remake is KH1 FM. Kinda, sorta, I guess. You know, Kinda, sorta. Wasn't Missing Link supposed to be that MMORPG? Missing Link wasn't really an MMO at any point from my understanding, right? How do you want to see everything involving Missing Link handled? Would you want to see it implemented somehow into KH4 or into a different single player game? That's a good question, Secret Side. I don't know. I mean, okay, preferably, I want it in... I would want it... I don't know if I want to implement it in KH4, to be honest. I think I would want it in a different single-player game, and that's mainly because I think for Missing Link, I want a Key Saga game. My dream is to have a full-scale Key Saga game. What I mean by Key Saga game is, I want a playable, like, trilogy, like, do a, and not anthology, but do what you do with Birth by Sleep. Something similar, right? Do a 3-part story, Unicross, Missing Link in between, Dark Road to end it off. Do a 3-part story with all of those games. And, I don't know, released after KH4. So yeah, I would like it to be a separate game, because I feel like that's the main way we'll get the full scope of the story, instead of having to kind of do the balancing act of mixing in, you know, Sora's story, mixing in a bunch of other stuff. Like, they won't have to balance it with other things. You know what I mean? Yeah, we need a Unicross. We need a Key Saga remake completely. If anything, they could turn Missing Link into a book. Nah. A book would be even worse. I think releasing a book for Missing Link would be even worse than like releasing a mobile game for it. Even less people are like reading the book, bro. Even less. Way less people are reading the book. Alright. Alright, let me see if any of my friends are down for Rando. Where's the Rando group chat at? Where is the Rando group chat? There we go. Damn, bro, Calvin rejected me. He said not currently. Hell, nah, I don't need to be done in by a book like Halo Lord is. Didn't they do that with the Fabula Nova Crystallis stuff? Like, isn't some of that stuff locked behind books? Isn't the FF15 stuff also locked behind books? Yeah, I think the leak's like BS, Lewis Jones. So what leaks are going around? You missed it. You got rewind the stream, man. Yo, Blake, you got rewind the stream, because it is a lot. It's a lot of claims in that leak. Like, it's hard for me to do a TLDR of it, but there's a lot in there. But honestly, it's very, a lot of it's very vague, and it almost reads off like it's too good to be true type of thing. You know what I mean? I love the mobile game lore, but I understand why Missing Link got canceled. Yeah, same, Brett. Like, a lot of people confuse my my love for the mobile games with me thinking they should exist. I don't think they should exist. Not because the stories aren't good, not because I don't love the community, but because I think it separates the KH fandom too much, man. It separates them too much. It separates the story. It separates, like, I want people to be on the same page. Like, I don't think people should be having so many. Okay. I think your experience with the video game should be a personal experience. It shouldn't be swayed too much. Like, okay, let's say we're all playing What game? Let me do isolate. We're all playing KH1 for the first time, right? And in KH1, there's not when we first played KH1, there's not all these requirements of like, oh, you have to play this, you have to watch this, you have to do that. We're able to just play it, enjoy the story, and everyone had a personal experience with that game. So like, I think all these outer factors, like these outside layers that are like messing with the story, or kind of is creating gaps in knowledge that affect the personal experience to a greater degree. People not knowing what's going on, missing, not knowing who Shalitzi is, not knowing where the heck the Master of Masters came from all of a sudden, because people who don't play the mobile games, bro, just popped up out of nowhere. He's just a random villain, like, you know what I mean? Another guy in an orc coat, but he has a cool voice. He sounds like sounds like Noctis Ray Chase voice, right? So he's interesting, but it's like, we're all, like, what's going on here? Like, I think all these things kind of messing with people's experiences sucks. It straight up sucks. So that shouldn't be the case. We ran into a similar problem with the non-number titles before the remixes. Exactly. That's exactly what we ran into with the non-number titles. It's exactly what happened. Excuse me. All right. Let's see what's going on here, guys. My rando group, they died because they're all playing 14. All right, so I guess we're gonna do a solo run, bro. Gotta generate a seed. I'll do one little solo run to end the stream off. So, for those of you that don't know, we actually have a really special podcast episode coming up soon, and we're about to start doing face cam during the podcast in the future, chat. So that's gonna be fun, but. Permission denied. What the heck? I forgot. I always have to run as administrator for this. But we have a podcast with the Gamers Joint that we recorded a couple of days ago. Almost 2 hours. I love that podcast. That was so fun. That was so much fun. Bro, I gotta say, Jared is exactly like how he is in his content, bro. Because not only did we have a 2-hour podcast, we also had like a 40-minute talk before and after the podcast. Bro is exactly like how he is in his content. I've been talking to Jared for, I want to say about, he's kind of elusive in the fandom, man. He doesn't talk to a lot of people. Like he doesn't talk with a lot of people, and it's mostly because of like his experiences throughout the years with like others, or just he's also just super locked in. Bro works. How do you guys think he uploads it? Bro works like I don't know, probably like a dozen hours a day on content. Like I think he straight up said during the podcast, like he wakes up at like 11 and works till like 6, then hangs with the missus, and then works till he goes to bed, and that's just his day. Like that's an insane work schedule, bro. That's absolutely crazy. No editor, no nothing. Like he's just doing all that himself. So you can't be in Discord calls all day if you working like that. But hold up. But yeah, bro's kind of elusive. But I've like talked to him a little bit in DMs. I guess a little bit in DMs and like Twitter stuff. Past like year or 2 years, I want to say. But that was my first time on a call with him, so that was pretty nice. All right, we're loading up Rando right now. There we go. You aren't allowed to say, bro, am I being trolled? You're allowed to say TikTok in the chat. There's no way you're not allowed to say TikTok. That's weird. I'm gonna have to restart my open cage. What the heck? What is even going on? There we go. See, look, y'all saying TikTok. What are y'all doing? Y'all trolling, bro. What's going on there? Wait, open and then closed immediately. Okay, chat. The Rando run might be dead. We might not be able to do Rando. Bro. What is going on? Alright, we're just gonna close everything, dog. End task on that completely. I want it to work. My dude, my like it won't build and run my seed. Oh yeah, I love this Sonic song. Sonic's music is so good, man. It's so good. Set me free. Yeah, Sonic music's so good, man. Yeah, it just won't let me build and run cage too for some reason. Like it just won't work. I don't know how to get this to work either. Like, I genuinely don't know how to. It's opening and closing immediately. Yeah, what's going on, bro? I have to update my. Maybe I have to update it. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna update my. I'm gonna update my open cage. Yeah, I'm a Sonic fan. I'm not as big of a Sonic fan as like other Sonic fans are, right? But I'm a casual Sonic fan. Like I'm a super casual. Like I play the big games. You won't often catch me playing like some smaller Sonic projects. But I played most mainline ones. I think the only big mainline Sonic games I haven't played are like Unleashed. And I haven't played Unleashed. I haven't played 06. And that might be it. Those might be the only two I haven't played. I can think of at least. Heck yeah, face cam, baby. Yo, chat, by the way, for how many of you is this your first? I should have asked this when like we were still over 100, but for how many of you is this your first time seeing the webcam? A little bit of a bigger stream today. Dude, yeah, it's still not working. Yeah, Rando might be a bust, guys. I don't understand why it's not working. I don't get it. Was that the reason? Oh. That's funny if that was the reason. Okay, I think I know why it wasn't working, chat. Wait. Never mind. I capped. It's insta closed. I literally had it open and it closed. That's so upsetting, dude. I wanted to play Rando so bad. I don't know, like, why. I feel like I have to reset my computer, but I do not feel like doing that. I have a theory for why it's not working. And if this doesn't work, we're just going to end stream. I'm going to cut stream short. My fault, chat. If this doesn't work, stream gets cut short. Maybe it's the seed. Maybe the seed's broken. Okay. Load. Okay, it's working. It's loading. It didn't crash yet. All right, I'm having Y. So I had Epic Games open while trying to like open the mod, and I think that messed up the mod loading. So I think that was the reason. It was really wait. Why is my mouse loading? It's about to crash again. Please don't crash. Please. All right, we're good. All right, turn the music off. All right. This is a sign of probably to go to sleep. Oh, trust me. I'm gonna get a good sleep in later, man. Get a real good sleep in later. All right, chat. Rando time. 3, 2, 1. Wait, hold on. Let me adjust this. This like dono pin looks kind of weird with the face cam, or like overlapping the face cam a bit. Let me fix that. Make it a little smaller. There we go. All right. Now we're good. Now we're good. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. That's weird. I had Epic open before. I mean, that's what seemed to have fixed it. I mean, I closed everything Epic Games related, and like it worked for me just now. So hopefully it stays that way. You guys hear the game, right? Full movement at the start. Pretty peak. Hop on Unleashed's peak, especially with the recent recomp. Yeah, I've heard about that recomp. Her is really good. Turn my audio down a little bit on my computer. Audio's good? Nice. You guys like the face cam? You guys like the layout I have for like the webcam discussions though? Like, do y'all enjoy that style? Does it feel like does it feel better than like the normal discussion streams where we have the KH4 trailer on freaking loop in the background? I want to imagine it's a lot better than that, right? I don't know how I feel about the leaks, man. Yeah, I mean, I know how I feel. I think they're fake. I think they're a little baloney. I've been wrong before, but I think they're fake. I don't think they're real. But makes for a good stream. Makes for a good discussion, so. Guys, people just want to talk about Kingdom Hearts, man. That's what it is. People just want to talk about Kingdom Hearts, bro. Fake 2024 World Leak. Was that disproven at any point though? Because that 2024 leak, I don't like the World Leaks that much, but I don't like reading World Leaks because I care about the Disney Worlds a lot. When do you think KH4 will release? I think Q3 2027. Like I actually do think that's a good like area. Like I'd say late 2027, early 2028 is what I think. Yeah, I mean, you always take leaks with a grain of salt. You always do. And KH community is dry enough to where any leak's gonna like garner traction. Like I waited a whole day to like cover them, I kind of wanted to see how fast they'd spread without like a big influencer talking about them or anything. Not that I'm like crazy big or nothing, but no one else said anything about it yesterday either. Even though it was up like all yesterday. Oh crap. But that don't spread. I woke up and everybody's talking about it. Everyone's making subtweets. It's funny because like the people who don't like the leaks also like maybe spreading them too. Because or like it helps spread it, you know? Like people will be like, can you please not talk about the Kingdom Hearts 4 leak? And it's like all the comments like, wait, what leak? like legitimately. Like that's what happens. I've seen that happen like clockwork every time. Yo, can we not talk about this Kingdom Hearts leak? Wait, there's a leak? That's the reaction to like a lot of people. Oh, where's it at, bro? That's like me saying, bro, can we not, yo, chat, can we not talk about like the ending sequence that leaked for KH4? Can we not talk about that KH4 trailer that leaked, chat? Chat, can we not talk about it? I really don't want to talk about it. It will be interesting to cross-reference some things with the actual reveal, because I mean, if like even a percent of it's true, then some people will be like, that leak's real. I'll never forget though. I will admit I have a little bit of skepticism, like when it comes to well, a lot of skepticism when it comes to the leaks, but I usually just believe they're fake, or like I just completely think they're fake. Dude, max quick run and max glide right off the bat is crazy. Not max glide, max quick run and max aerial dodge right off the bat is insane. A lot of people in the modern day for Kingdom Hearts, I gotta say this, were not around during the days when leaks, when some of the leaks were true. Legit, I remember it. During the KH3 hype cycle, every single leak about that game was a bunch of baloney. We believed it. We were gullible to, I mean, that was earlier, like, early 2010s, like, internet days. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure, we're gonna believe it, right? But, oh, crap, no. Like, of course we're gonna believe it, right? But, I keep messing up my menuing. But I remember in 2017, this Monstropolis, this leak about Monsters Inc. being a world in KH4 that hadn't been revealed yet, the world hadn't been revealed yet, came out, and I thought it was a bunch of baloney. I thought it was fake. I'm pretty sure there was a video on my channel talking about it being fake, like thinking it's a bunch of baloney, thinking it's garbage, because we have been through like 3 leaks beforehand that were all baloney. Like it was baloney, like people trolling us. But back in the day, the leakers were actually pretty nice. Like the fake leakers were pretty kind. They'd come up like, I did, this was a social, and it was all for fun. It'd be someone you know in the community, like, you know what, everyone was pretty chill about it. Like, good troll, man, good troll, I respect it. You know what I mean? But the Monsters Inc. leak was 100% true. Like, it was true. It was real. I'll never forget, man, when Monsters Inc. got revealed in 2018. I was like, whoa, that leak was real? What the heck? That's insane, you know? That was an insane moment. And then, not too long, like, after, well, 2018 to the end of 2018, then the whole script for KH3 got leaked. But I think that was because of the, I think that was because like people had the game at that point, and that sucked. I don't even call that a leak. It straight up just the game got stolen. Like what happened is what happened. The game got stolen. They stole early copies of the game that are being pre-shipped. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There we go. But the game got pre-shipped out to like game stores and stuff. And someone stole the copies, and yeah. But I don't know, I do have a little bit of like, I go at every leak now. Still, all these leaks are fake till proven true, fake till proven true. You know what I mean? But man, there is a certain part of me that goes, with a lot of these leaks. The freaking Minecraft villager, like, because of the Monsters Inc. leak. Because I'll never forget being, I don't know, just being so wrong about a leak being fake. I was like, bro, this dunk's fake. This looks, I said this design looks ugly, so I thought it was fake. And you know that, you know, I was wrong. I was completely wrong. But nowadays in the community, people, I don't think a lot of people were around or were in it like that when that leak happened. So I don't think a lot of people remember that time. Oh, crap. And for KH4, it's kind of just free real estate for leakers, man. Like, for KH4... Oh, crap. Like, for KH4, there's so much free real estate with all these leaks. Because there's a drought. There's nothing going on. So, like, you're going to get discussion. You're going to get buzz. You're going to get clicks. Because no one's, you know... People just want an excuse to talk about Kingdom Hearts, man. It's been too long. People want an excuse to talk about their favorite franchise. So, like... That's what's happening. I prefer a leak over no news, not gonna lie. See, I mean, you probably wouldn't have that extreme of a take, Spartan, if we had news. But I mean, I'm not gonna say I blame you, but I don't like leaks personally. I'm not a fan of them. But you know, when it says text, now where I am kind of, my line's a little blurry. I draw the line at, like, or at least I like to think. I draw the line usually at straight up images or visuals and stuff like that. But if it's just text, bro, if it's someone posting forum text, I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, let's see how fake this is, because you could write anything, bro. I think the leaked world lists have been honestly pretty interesting, but there are some aspects about that are a little like, can we have this? Stop. Stop. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this run, chat, but we're just kind of, this is our soft way of ending the live stream. We're in the end game of the live stream right now. Doing Rando, just doing a little YAP while playing Rando. Two worlds I want most are Coco and Moana. For me, it's Moana and Star Wars. I need those two worlds. Ow. Like, do y'all think we're going to get a trailer this year? Because for some reason, so many people still think we're getting a trailer this year. This is the one year I'm like, I really don't think we are. Every other year I've been like, if the stars align, you know, I hope so. This will make sense to happen this year based off of our current release schedule predictions and whatnot. But, you know, I don't think we're getting a trailer. No, Disney Castle is a 0. That's you love to see it. Yeah, I just need the Darth Vader fight, man. I really need that. Honestly, as a race, I don't even think that many people believe it. I think people are just, they're entertaining it for sure. I actually don't think, I've seen more people who are like, they're entertaining it, but they don't believe it, than people who actually, like, I haven't seen anyone be like, yeah, I fully believe this, I fully believe that, you know what I mean, for the entire leak. I think a lot of people are just yapping. We're a yappers fandom. I don't think this leaker's even getting anything out of this either, though. Like, there's if it is a fake leak, like this leaker is just, you know, no ad revenue, no nothing, bro. No check mark on Twitter, no, like, I don't know. No check mark on Twitter, no YouTube video like claiming the leak, none of that. Just straight up, like, okay, I grabbed that chest, right? Yeah, just straight up, like, entertainment, like, messing around for the fun of it. I respect that. Also, we've had a leak like every May, chat. Have y'all noticed that? Every single May, we've had a leak. I think last year we might have missed it. I don't know if there was a leak last year. I wouldn't be surprised there was, but I feel like there was. In 2023, 2024, and 2026 now, there's been a leak in May. Is that not crazy? Oh my gosh, how did I miss the reflected? Okay. Now you mention it, that is kind of crazy, right? That's what I'm saying. There's been a leak like every. Okay, now I can break it down for you. In May 2023, there was a leak about a Disney platform fighter, right? Now, not directly Kingdom Hearts, but Disney platform fighter. Come on, right? A Disney platform fighter that got leaked. That was fake. Very, very fake. That did not happen. Or if it did happen, that was canceled for sure. After multiverses like kind of got canned. But there was a leak about a Disney platform fighter. In 2024, those were the infamous Midori leaks. The Midori leaks happened in 2024. Now, in 2025, around this time, we didn't get leaks, but we got screenshots. We got screenshots of Missing Link cancel. That wasn't a leak season, I don't think, but it was. I mean, people were speculating that we'd get stuff at Summer Games Fest because of the screenshots. We were hoping that the screenshots were at least, like, instead of damage control, a start for something. But it wasn't. But in around this time every year, something like that has gotten the Kingdom Hearts community riled up has happened. Every time. Freaking Disney platform fighter, Midori leaks in 2024, freaking Missing Link canceled, and screenshots last April. Maybe the spring season for Kingdom Hearts is cursed. I think the spring season for Kingdom Hearts is cursed, guys. I want to do another Star Wars video this month, by the way, chat. Gotta do it. I didn't really get much there, but oh, that Light versus Darkness. The biggest red flag to me is Riku having more playable segments than Sora. They say more than Sora, considering the fact that it's a number tile. Come on, man. I think Sora just not being okay. In a 30-hour Kingdom Hearts game, there's just no way. Oh crap! There's just no way you're not having. Oh crap. Okay. There's just no way you're not having Sora be the main playable character, because, like, you have to. you know? Like, Kingdom Hearts games aren't long enough to have more than like 2 or 3 like considerably lengthy segments, playable characters. It's just not, it's not reasonable in a 20 to 30 hour KH title. It's not. But they do have to figure something out. Like, I think it's possible, but I just think it's hard with the way, like, to have a good flow of gameplay. I think it's difficult to do that, because you gotta think about like abilities and leveling up characters and this and that. You know what I mean? Now, would I love a Sora and Riku split number title? That'd be peak, bro. Excuse me? That'd be gas. If any character is going to be playable as much as Sora, probably should be Riku or Kairi. I must have a lot of damage on this. That was a little long, but it's okay. Oh, we have Magnera already. That's pretty sick. Okay, do we have Light versus Darkness? Nope. Yo, a bunch of negative combos though. Blizzard boost. Oh, okay, we can do Zigbar already, or whenever we get around to that. Another big red flag to me is that there was no mention of Aramex. The Taldemar has literally been on record saying he wants to make and couldn't decide whether he wanted to make it or KH4 first. Yeah, that could be seen as a red flag. Yo, Prodigy, when's that pod dropping again? We're dropping it on Tuesday. We're officially dropping that on Tuesday. If I drop it earlier than that, keep your eyes peeled next couple days. But I'm pretty set on Tuesday being the drop time for that. I was considering Sunday, but I gotta be honest, man. I'm sorry I didn't upload today, chat. Straight up, the only reason I didn't is because I've been so low on sleep the past week. Like, I've been trying to hunker down on this new content schedule that I've made for myself. Oh, we're gonna put reaction boost on. I've been hunkering down on this new content schedule that I made for myself, and like, oh man, it is I definitely sacrificed some sleep to be able to do some like videos and graphics and stuff, but I needed to catch up on sleep, man. I've been trying to catch up on sleep recently, and it's been difficult too. But I was tired this morning. I was going to edit the podcast this morning, but if I did that, I probably wouldn't have been able to stream. I would have streamed anyways, but I was going to stream today regardless of whether the leaks happen or not. But we happen to have a pretty big stream topic to talk about. That's why streams have also been lacking the past couple of days, because just been working on content, and I didn't want to push my sleep schedule like to be even worse. But it isn't that bad. I just feel tired. I don't feel as rested. But we'll have it ready for Tuesday. Say less, I got a majority of them on my phone. Yo, let's go. I love that. I appreciate that. We've been slowly getting like a really dedicated audience for the podcast. I'm glad you guys like them. I'm sorry that we do end up having some like kind of like KH4 yaps on the podcast, you know, here and there. But I also sometimes use the podcast as an opportunity to just kind of vent whatever I'm feeling about Kingdom Hearts at the time, which is why I really enjoy them. Same with the live streams, right? But yeah, I really love the community we've been building for the podcast, man. It's been fun. I wish there was a way to do a randomized run on console. Dude, that would be sick. Yo, what's good, Guerrero? What's poppin'? All right, that's why I think Azura's or Kyle. I don't know which one you prefer me calling you on stream. It's all good. Sleep is more important. Sometimes you do have to sacrifice something. Sleep is something. If you can, sleep should be one of the last things you sacrifice, preferably. But yeah, because that bad sleep can bleed into bad habits throughout the week. But so, there have been many times where I've gotten, I have sacrificed some sleep to get some content out or get some things out, and it has been worth it. But got pushed through. I think a bigger skill is trying to learning how to still operate at your best when you're not at your best, which I know sounds like crazy. You're basically going plus ultra, bro. All might out here. Like, gotta go beyond. Even when you're down to your last leg, like you're down on your knees, or I don't know. You gotta learn how to like go beyond. I know it's super cringe, but no, a little motivational anime analogy goes a long way. As a squad, I'm still learning because I'm not great at that, but I try to set myself up to make things as seamless as possible, even when I'm tired. Honestly, I'm tired right now. I'm being real with you guys. I'm tired at the moment. It's not that I haven't been getting a full 8 hours of sleep. Like, I've been getting my 8 hours in, but well, kind of. I haven't had a uninterrupted 8 hours of sleep in a while. Like, I'll wake up every couple of hours for something. Something happens, I end up waking up for. I need a good night of like uninterrupted sleep, bro. Why'd I do all that? Not worth it. Wisdom form is also better. Oh, Ty barely got that. Alright, there we go. I always try to beat those Heartless because this is a good extra bit of HP. Yo, what's good, Moivy? What's poppin'? Ooh, proof. We love game proofs. Proof. Yes. Yo, anyone who comes into the stream asking about leaks, chat, if y'all can do me a favor, tell them to look at the first hour of the live stream, and that's when we talked about them. Yeah, bro, I got yours, Keykeepers, Landlord, and have them playing in backgrounds with pics of Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy character slideshows while I play my Steam Deck / Portal. That's really sick. Oh, heck yeah. You're really getting your fill of Kingdom Hearts, huh? My issue is I have bad insomnia, so it's hard for me to sleep. Ooh, I have like stints of insomnia. I don't think I have it all the time. I definitely get some pretty bad stints of it here and there. Yeah, I read your comment, Endless. There are quote unquote KH4 leaks, but I don't believe them. And if you want to see what happened, what's going on, they're at the beginning of the stream. I talked about them all in the beginning of the live stream. Also, thank you for coming to the Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. All right, we have max level Magnet, which is pretty crazy. Dang, bro. Played every tile except Dream Drop. Why not Dream Drop, bro? Another rando, yes sir. You missed the earlier part of the stream, Wavy. We were talking about these rumors going around. Do I have? Am I? Oh, okay. I have to actually do this fight because they do too much, or they don't do a lot of damage to me. I have magic lock on. I don't think I've ever had max level Magna on this fight. What, I missed some crazy stuff. You might have to look at the YouTube VOD for it. I don't know, Kyle. You say that, Kyle, but we, like, KH3 leaked or got stolen like 2-3 months before it came out, and those Monsters Inc. leaks were true. Now I don't believe these ones at all, but you know, I ain't gonna say Kingdom Hearts is a series that doesn't leak easily. I would not say that. I actually think Kingdom Hearts might have a. I think Kingdom Hearts might actually have a pretty bad history with leaks nowadays. When you look at its history. Because didn't 2.8 have a leak too, chat? Or am I tripping? I feel like 2.8 had a leak as well. Yo, Wavy, thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. I'm gonna do this for all these fights. Should do this. I think 2.8 did. Yeah, I feel like 2.8 had some sort of leak too. I don't remember what it was. It's been too long. I mean, you're right though. Like for big tiles before 3, there wasn't really any. But that's I feel like that's more of an example. There probably was. I feel like that's more of an example of the internet back then, if anything, because I don't think there was much. There would have been much room for a leak to spread as much as it can now. Like nowadays, you post a leak and it spreads like decent enough. It's trending. Like the KH leak was trending for me already, before I even tweeted anything about it. Oh, but yeah, you're trending in like, you know, a couple hours, like give or take. Back then, I feel like you definitely needed someone to spread your leak a lot faster. Now it's like you don't. It could be an influencer. It could be whoever. Like it could be a random dude on Twitter. Like anyone has an audience. So like anyone can spread anything. Things spread like wildfire, bro. So many accounts everywhere. We're following him on Twitch till now. Hey, appreciate the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that. Yo, are you subbed on YouTube as well, though? I feel like I mostly see you in the TikTok. What's in the shop, actually? There are ice creams in the shop. Membership cards in the shop. You are? Heck yeah, let's go. You love that. I really don't know what world to do next. That EXP boost? I have a bunch of berserk charges, man. Kind of crazy. I don't have EXP boost. Oh, well, let's do Olympus. Ooh, that's bad. There's an ice cream in Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I didn't remember what leaked for 2.8, but I knew something leaked. Alright, chat, hold up. Give me 1 second. Hold up, hold up. All right, chat. My fault. The missus called, so you know we gotta pick up the phone. All right. We only got 2.8 for back cover. I remember feeling that way about 0.2. I was actually probably the most hyped for back cover out of like the entire 0.2 collection, and that was because at the time, Union Crosses or like the Key Saga was still developing. It was still very much so developing its story. So like that was like pure new lore, like completely new lore. Like the 0.2 stuff, you could kind of like guess a little bit what was going on in 2.8. You can kind of guess a little bit what was going on in 0.2. I mean, but key back cover, we had no idea what was about to happen. Now, unfortunately, I do kind of think key back cover, especially at the time, was a little bit of a nothing burger. Like, I think key back cover mainly allowed for the epilogue to be so great. Like, that was a movie just for the epilogue of KH3, but for actual, like, for a movie that was an hour long, I don't know, man. A little bit of a nothing burger, because there was a lot of stuff said that was not followed up on. So like I feel like maybe we'll look back at back cover and be like, okay, that movie was kind of crazy, right? Like, and we didn't know it till now. But I don't know. Back cover could have been more. I feel like it definitely could have been more, but we'll see. Hindsight's 2020, you know. We're back on TikTok. What the? $17 world number was is crazy, bro. All right, so chat, there's a very strong likelihood this Rando run does not finish because I did have plans for today that, you know, I don't know. I just been kind of waiting. I'm waiting. About to go out somewhere, but we'll get as far as we can. Yeah, it being a taste of the Four Towers was pretty cool. It couldn't reveal much we didn't already know since it was during key. Yeah. Nomura does tend to wait years to pay things off. Yeah, true. True. I have a feeling I'm going through this world for nothing right now. Ooh, final form. Okay, never mind. I lied. Another finishing +2. Yeah, a Unit Cross movie would be peak. It'd be so good. I have every magic except fire. That happens so often in my runs for some reason. Like, there's one magic that's always just so, you know, I don't know. It's just gone. I can't find it.
Not bad, Roxas.
Brain is my favorite character introduced in the Key Saga. Dude, Brain is so sick. I love him. Yo, remember when Brain was Blaine, chat? You remember that? Let's get these shotguns out the way, man. Also, when KTOR comes out, I don't want to hear about the other trios. Wayward and the one with Xion, their stories are done. Nah, I want to hear about them 100%. I ain't with you on that one. I'm sorry. Their stories may be done, but that doesn't mean a new one like can't happen. And they ain't dead, so like, you know, there are stories after the one. You know, there's more arcs to be had. Riku's story was done after Dream Drop. He's back. We ain't getting rid of Riku. What are we doing that for? Riku's there for Sora. And Venta's got a lot going on. I ain't gonna hold you. Now that's to say, I ain't gonna be like crazy upset or nothing if they're not in, but it would feel weird. I want them to be involved. Like if the story like compensates for them not being in, I'm cool, whatever. Oh crap, I didn't. I hate when I do this to myself. Oh, Riku's getting cooked by Yozora. I legit think Riku's losing to Yozora, bro. I think that's what the secret ending is. I think Riku's gonna lose. He's gonna lose a fight to Yozora. Yo, Stitch, what's good, bro? Yo, Stitch, what the heck, bro? Riku was losing a demon tower. Zora's packing him up frame one. You might be right. Mickey also got cooked by demon tower. And then soloed like 13 Xehanort clones later. Maybe not solo, with Sora's help, but. That was a pretty bad level grind, but it is what it is. Yo, Ribby, what's good? I think as a way to essentially keep characters involved in the plot, characters like Rox, Aqua, Shion will contact Sora through that phone in the screenshots. Yeah. Oh, the rotary phone theories. Yeah, I have like I had a theory I wrote about that I really liked. Like, just, I love the idea of like Sora contacting his friends. Like Sora just kind of hears his friends' voices through the rotary phone. Or Kyrie's throughout the game. That would add such ambience to that title. So much. Not much. Roll my eyes on them leaks. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? You guys liked the YAP earlier though. Hope you guys did. What am I doing? Oh, I wasn't equipping abilities. That's why I wasn't doing. So we kind of gotta do Land of Dragons. Not gonna lie. But we'll do this first. Or these leaks you speak of. You're a little late to the stream, King Sally. Gotta scroll earlier in the stream. It's a lot. A lot of nonsense, but it's a lot. You can get all my thoughts on it there. I'm the only person who likes the Tron world in KH2 and Dream Distance. Oh no, maybe in Dream Drop. I actually like the grid in Dream Drop now. I used to not like it, but after what was it? After a while, I started really enjoying it like so much. I think the 2.8 port, especially the PC one, made that world so much more enjoyable. Like, it's insane how the ports completely 180'd my opinion on that world. Now for KH2, I think Space Paradox in KH2 is pretty well liked. I like that world. I think it's one of the best in 2 even. Maybe one of the best in the series, as a matter of fact. From not just a story perspective, but Tron is probably one of Sora's best friends in Kingdom Hearts. And the gameplay is fun. It has like some good bosses, good enemies. Like it's a really good world, man. If I just say who Sora's like ride or die party members are, it'd be Hercules, Tron as like the top 2, like definitive top 2. No one else I say after this I think even comes close to them. And then I would throw Aladdin in there for number 3. And after that, I don't think Winnie the Pooh's ride or die for Sora at all. I'm gonna be real. I don't know. Despite the plot of Winnie the Pooh, I don't know if Winnie the Pooh's ride or die for anyone. I don't know about that. I'd say for who would be for? I feel like Jack Sparrow and Sora have like a good chemistry going on, but I'm not sure. Now, obviously, this list is excluding Dawn and Goofy, right? But so 4 would be, who would be 4? Yeah, Pooh only cares about honey, bro. I mean, like, I'm tempted to put like Beast there, but I don't know. Beast made us have to fight him, so like I want to put Beast somewhere here, but I can't because Beast made us have to scrap with him, bro. That ain't cool. Dang, who would be 4? I don't know. You know what? Okay, this is a fresher pick. I actually think 4 might be Woody. Genuinely, no, Woody might even be like up there with Aladdin. Like, you could say Aladdin and Woody are like can trade spots for 3 and 4. I think Woody likes Sora a lot from Toy Box. They're chill. And then number 5 is Jack Sparrow. I'll give Jack Sparrow the number 5. He's a pirate, you know. He ain't necessarily loyal to anyone, but I think he has a respect for Sora. I think he has a strong respect for Sora. So we'll give number 5 to him. Bro, come on. Oh, I'm aging, bro. Trying to do freaking core skip. Ugh. All right, finally.
Gather. Light.
Sora and Rapunzel. I think Sora and Rapunzel was pretty nice. That was a pretty nice party member duo too. Y'all agree with the Woody pick though? I think the Woody pick was kind of like, I think that was a good pick. I'm proud of myself for the Woody pick. Like, you know what? I had to like really think about that one. Like, who else is like ride or die for Sora? Is there anyone else in Cage 3 as a party member that says ride or die for Sora? I don't know if Rapunzel's ride or die, but because we did get some good interactions with Rapunzel, but I still feel like we could have gotten a little more out of like their personal dynamic with each other. Whoa.
Give me strength. Gather.
Alright. I'm so trash at the game chat.
Let's go.
There we go. That easy. I was messing it up. I'm still thinking about this topic. Like, what other Disney characters? I don't think there's anyone else in Cage 3 that I'd say was that close with Sora aside from Woody and Buzz. Mostly Woody. Woody was chill, bro. Woody was so chill. You know what? Okay, actually, wait, chat. Chat, we gotta put Mike and Sully up there. We gotta put Mike and Sully up there for one reason. Sora was about to get cooked, bro, and Sully said, nah. Get this guy out of here. I really think Mike and Sully had some good chemistry with Sora. Those characters have some really good chemistry. There's Lion Darkness. Sora was low-key lying to them frame 1. I mean, he lied to everyone frame 1. Like, let's be real. Like, Sora lied a little to everybody, right? But look, I don't know. The Vanitas scene, though, Rose, like, the Vanitas scene was kind of crazy. Like, what other Disney character has done that for Sora? What other Disney character has done anything equivalent to that for Sora? Woody stood up to Xehanort, but solely freaking threw Vanitas into a door, and then another door, and then another door. I don't know, Sully's the homie as far as I'm concerned. Bell gut checked Zaldin, but that wasn't for Sora though. Was it? I don't remember. I haven't seen those cutscenes in a minute. That wasn't for Sora though, was it? That was because she was trying to escape herself, right? Could be something in these chests, dog. Bro, okay, I kind of don't want to do the entirety of this world. Why are these checks so late?
Dance, water, dance.
Yeah, I think in another game there'll be Hercules or Tron tier. I mean, the thing is, Tron is mostly up there because of one game. Like, KH2 Tron was so good, but I actually think the reason I think the Tron world is so good in KH2 is because I kind of think KH2 second visits a lot of the time are just, hey, let's throw an organization member in this world and ignore all the Disney stuff. And like, I kind of don't like that because I feel like the first visits don't do enough of the Disney story a lot of the time. I know, I'm a different type of KH fan, my fault, bro. But look, I love that Tron, it felt like it actually used, I don't know. It let me see more of the world, more of that story in that environment through the second visit. Like, they properly use second visits so well for Tron. Yeah, I think a lot of KH2 second visits are like definitely super mid, but Tron is a exception. I think Tron has a real. I also think Tron has a really good second visit shot. Okay, what are the best second visits? They're not all bad. Like, they're at worst mid. Now, I don't think any of them are bad. Like, really, right? But what are the worst second visits? I'm actually, I don't know if it's just me. I'm not super crazy on Laner Dragon's second visit, but I do think the fights are good. Beast is literally two nobody fights in Zaldin in Beast Castle. Like, that's literally what it is. It's two nobody fights in Zaldin. Like, it's barely even a world. Agrabah's second visit sucks. That second visit's trash. Oh my gosh, I'm so good. Yo, a 5, come on, bro. Yeah, Pirates second visit's pretty solid. I think Pirates is a good second visit. Halloween Town is fun. So Pirates, Halloween Town, Tron are some really good second visits. Oh, let me think about it like this. So, for Disney Worlds, right? I'm gonna look at my Rando tracker to help me keep track of the second visit. So, Laner Dragons, it's okay. Like, not, the bosses are cool, story's mid. Story's kind of whatever. Beast Castle don't got a story. It's just the Zaldin fight. So, like, I'm tempted to call it mid, but everyone likes the Zaldin fight. So, like, it's weird. It's like, it depends on what you want out of second visits, because it's a balance, right? It's like, did the first visit do enough for me for the second visit to be this short is like the question a lot of the time. All right, bro. So, Beast Castle, I don't think the world was explorative enough to have a second visit that tame, in my opinion. Like, I think the world could have definitely used a lengthier second visit. But I get it, hallway, you're in a castle, whatever, right? So, I don't know. I'd say mid or like mixed bag. Okay, I can't spam explosion this whole fight. Olympus has a good second visit. Olympus second visit's good. Just doing the cup. Olympus is good in every KH game though, except Recoded. Recoded is so mid. It has a bad Olympus world. My fault, chat. I know some of y'all probably love Recoded Olympus. Y'all eat it up, but not me. Not me, bro. I'm good. Not me. I ain't eating that up. Y'all can eat it up. Not me. Port Royal second visit's alright. Agrabah second visit is cheeks. We don't mess with that. Pride Land second visit is mega. That world in general is cheeks. Like Pride Land period is cheeks. That's one of those prodigy takes for you. Pride Land's period is cheeks. Space Marine is good. Okay, so you know what? Looking at this, I'd say like most, if not like half, if not most of them are pretty good. Or like decent. Atlantica's mid, obviously, but that's just kind of goes without saying. I low-key think considering both first and second visit, Providence is the worst non-Atlantica world overall. It is. Like, okay, think about it. It's a Lion King world, bro. And that world is so, like, you're telling me you have a world that's basically Africa. The world is Africa, basically. You know what I mean? And why is this world so dry? Like, why is it so barren? Why is it so, like, no color, no nothing? I get it, you're doing the second half and you're doing the second part of the movie, but like when Simba's aged up, but why is the world so dry? And then why is it a hallway too? Like it's dry and it's a hallway. I think there's legit like 4 areas in that entire world. There's Pride Rock, which there's nothing going on at Pride Rock. And then there's like let's exclude boss arenas. There's Pride Rock. There's that big open area that's full of nothing before you like go to the passage that's also full of nothing. The rock passage to see Simba. Like wait, what the? Bro, why did I not get my 5? That world sucks, bro. Pride Land sucks. I'm a part of me like I'm so like. Chat, I like to think I am one of like the more positive people when it comes to Cage. Maybe not 4. When it comes to Kingdom Hearts series, when it comes to the games released, I like to think I'm a pretty positive guy. You know what I'm saying? I try to think I'm that way. I'm not doing this 5, bro. That's Sephiroth. Well, it's Proof of Peace or Sephiroth. Better be Proof of Peace. But man, Pride Land sucks. It's a trash world. It's a trash representation of Lion King, and it's a trash representation of Lion King. It's a trash KH world, and like Scar is a good boss fight. I'll give it this. Scar is actually one of the better Disney villain bosses we've ever had in Kingdom Hearts. Genuinely, like I think Scar is up there with some of the best Disney villain fights. It's a really good Disney villain fight. But Ground Shaker sucks. Ground Shaker is trash, bro. I don't know, Rose. I remember you from them, from them post Cage 3 days. But you're nice about your takes. All right, bro. We ain't doing Sephiroth. This seat's cursed. Heck no. No way. There's a proof on Sephiroth, chat. Nope. The only check left in this world is Sephiroth. That's insane. When Arendelle and San Fran exist. Yo, Kyle, look. Arendelle is better than every world in Recoded. Like, easily. Arendelle is better than every single Recoded world. Like, no contest. No hesitation. It is better than every single Recoded world. You are crazy if you think, like... If you think there's a Recoded world better than any Cage 3, right? San Fran and Arendelle are low by Cage 3 standards, but they are like Recoded worlds suck, bro. And Arendelle and San Fran, I'm gonna say this, they aren't even close to some of the worst worlds in the series. They are not close. Maybe San Fran. I'd have to think more on San Fran. Arendelle, no. I will play Arendelle any day over San Fran. Cause like, okay. Arendelle has a trash story, but it actually has like some of the better gameplay in 3. Like Arendelle has good gameplay. That's its saving grace. The gameplay in Arendelle is good. The story sucks though. But like, we're not going to sit here and act like Disney Worlds have grandiose stories all the time. So like, if y'all knock Arendelle's points for Arendelle's story, but y'all knock points for like, I don't know, bro, Land of Dragon story in like KH2 or something, or Pirates or whatever, I don't know. I'm just saying this. I actually do think those stories are better than Arendelle's though. But my point being, just these Disney, like Arendelle's Disney story is pretty trash, but gameplay good. I need a higher tier Thunder spell. Wait, I already got second chance. What am I doing? I got it from Pete fight, so why am I doing this fight? Well, I get points, I guess. Only give it that Skull is top 3 Heartless bosses in the series. Marshmallow is also one of the best Disney fights in the series. I love Marshmallow. That fight's peak. Now, Frozen Sled mini game sucks. That is bad. I'm not gonna pretend that's good. That's bad. All right, time for Berserk Charge. Take off all these MP haste. Are leaks real? I can't tell you that. I'm a YouTuber, bro. I don't know if they're real. But, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they're interesting. I'll say that. Did I quit the Berserk Charge? I think I did, right? Fucking must have to leave mid-fight, like here. Is there a Duck Flare? We do have Duck Flare. And I freaking... we do have Duck Flare, and I used all my money. I'm so trash.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
Yeah, I do wish we had more interaction with Arendelle. I do wish we did. Arendelle is a lot more easy to forgive when you skip cutscenes, which sucks. But that when I replay Kingdom Hearts, I value that. I'll admit. As someone who replays KH constantly, I value a world being enjoyable when skipping cutscenes. Yeah, we don't. You're right. We don't even go to Arendelle. That's true. You guys love the square button I'm pressing? I think if Arendelle had Arendelle, it'd be an A tier world. But it's like a B tier world to me. Okay, Valor. Alright, this was a guaranteed 5. Nice. A lot of that today, huh? Oh, I saw Berserk Charge on, dude. That sucks.
The first to run out of time is the loser.
There was a Berserk Charge loop for Luxor, too. I thought I got hit. Want this game? Get it.
Look closely.
I don't know where he is. You juked me. You juked me. Oh! Yo, what's good, King Arthur? What's poppin'? W King Ricky. Oh! Okay. W King Ricky, W Streamer. Streamer's going well. About to end soon, though. I gotta go any minute.
The game quite well.
Worst world in the series by far is KH1 Atlantica? Nah. KH2 Atlantica is way worse. But at least KH1 Atlantica is a world. And like, you know what? Okay. Here's my argument. Arendelle in KH3 is the opposite. I'm an Atlantica enjoyer. I'm sorry. Atlantica in KH1 and Arendelle in KH3. KH3, Arendelle is the opposite of Atlantica in KH1. As in, I think the story for Atlantica and KH1 is actually one of the better Disney World stories. Like, genuinely. It is one of the better ones.
I misjudged you.
I thought I had another one, but... Oh! I forgot I had Peter Pan. Yo, W Peter Pan. There we go. Yo, what's good, making some tea? What's poppin'? Anyways, Atlantica and KH1 is one of the better stories, but pretty rough gameplay. KH3 Arendelle has some of the best gameplay in KH3, in my opinion, like from a fight to fight thing. Because it's one of the few worlds that doesn't have some sort of gimmick in its fights or some, like, there's no annoying Heartless in that world. All the enemies are fine. Most of the enemies, most of the nobodies are fine in that world. And then, but the story's trash. Really bad. Now, the only sin KH Atlantica makes is being a mid-rhythm game. Nah, that's not the only sin. The sin is, well, yeah, that is the main sin, actually. That's the issue, though. Like, it's not a world. Like, that's why it sucks. Like, I prefer an attempt at a world than a not world. You know what I mean? It's like you're not better than like the KH1 Atlantica for not trying, in my opinion. But you know, Finny Fun is pretty funny. Of course, this is a torn page. It's actually pretty likely that this proof is on Sephiroth right now. Found very interesting how trying to about the Keyblade. Exactly. Want to play a KH rhythm game? Just play Melody of Memory. KH Atlantica did not need to be a rhythm game. No, it didn't, bro. They had a chance to make KH1 Atlantica with good gameplay. Also, this is saying a lot about KH1. I think Atlantica, although it was annoying to explore, I'll give you that. It was annoying to explore. It had some of the better exploration out of KH1 worlds as well, that like outside of the original ones. Kind of wild. Oh! No. Deep Jungle is overhated. I was kind of thinking about this the other day. Like, people talk about getting lost in Deep Jungle, and admittedly, it's one part people get lost in a Deep Jungle, and it is pretty bad. Like, they want you to walk into the tent for no reason and then walk back out to activate a cutscene, which is pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But oh crap. There we go. But I don't know. People complain about getting lost all the time in like a deep jungle, but it ain't that bad, bro. Like the rest of the world's pretty good. The rest of the world's pretty solid. I always like Deep Jungle. I never like slandered it, really. I mean, I'll give it gripes. I'll give it criticism where it deserves, but not. Oh, dude, you see these numbers? What the heck? This is gross. Now this run hates me. 36 on drives, 38 on Land of Dragons. Come on, bro. The thing is, people complain about the vine swing. You don't even have to do the vine swing. You can avoid the vine swing in the entire world. Like, that is not required. We want to get chest though, yeah. Vine swing is not bad, but I'm not going to pretend it feels great. I think Deep Jungle being bad is one of those like old school stigmas that like people just kind of carry, like they've just carried into their adulthoods. Oh, brother. I hated the music, but love the story in Atlantica 2. I want Treasure Planet. Man, Treasure Planet. Y'all think Treasure Planet will make it into KH4? I feel like it's been requested for so long that maybe they'll throw us a bone with that world, but obviously skeptical. Like, I legit think if it wasn't for the fan, like, request of it, I don't think Treasure Planet is, like, a big enough movie to really be in a KH4, but I think for the fans, for the hardcore KH fans, it might hit that niche audience that boosts it. I'm not gonna lie, this run's kinda booty. Like, what are these numbers? I don't even have fire to like beat these fights fast. Cool. Yeah, Sydney. I've never finished KH3 ever. Never be in it. We're all gonna finish our crit run this week, though, because I want to make a video out of it. I ain't gonna lie, I don't have the energy to finish this run. Low key. I know I sound like a baby. I kind of don't have the energy to finish this run. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm like, man, these numbers ain't adding up. I'm feeling like this run is about to last a little longer than I wanted to. All right. Whatever. We're gonna look at the damage though. We're gonna end the run here, but we're gonna look at the damage. What's the spoiler log like? All right. So where's the proof at? Proof. Oh. Wow, I actually could have gotten it. Huh. Okay, proof is on master level 3 and final level 4. Hang on, I could actually... Low key? Maybe cheating, I could do that right now. I was tempted to not do it though, because I just died where I did, but hey, that's not bad. That's crazy. What's on Sephiroth then? Alright. Well, I'm gonna just end it though. I appreciate you guys coming out, chat. It's been a fun stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the yaps. I don't know, we'll probably have more creators doing talks about the leaks and all that stuff tomorrow, but that'll be it for me today. Appreciate you guys coming out. My name is Prodigy, and remember to be nice, be safe, and take care, everybody. Wait, I did not click end stream yet. Hold on. I kind of want to see if I can raid somebody right quick. One sec. Is anyone live? Is anyone live? A little awkward post outro moment. Nope. I have no homies live, bro. No one's ever live on the YouTube, bro. What was y'all doing? It's all right though. All right, peace, guys.